Married with Children. One of the most influential American television sitcoms of the 80s, 90s contains a strange charm. At first, it was hardly appreciated by critics, but a shock came when its success was beyond imagination. A series of seemingly imperfect scenes turned out to be highlights that made the audience unable to take their eyes off. If you are a fan of Married with Children, don't miss this video because it will bring your memories back immediately. The initial episode featured an altered portrayal of Bud and Kelly. The casting process for Married with Children faced a time crunch that ultimately led to a pivotal moment in the show's history. When Fox was in a rush to assemble the cast, they initially hired actors for the roles of Bud and Kelly without bringing in the show's star, Ed O'Neill, who portrayed Al Bundy. The urgency meant that the chemistry between the actors, a crucial element for the success of any sitcom, had not been fully explored. When Ed O'Neill finally met the actors hired to play his on-screen children, he was less than impressed. In a bold move, he expressed his dissatisfaction with the network, making it clear that he did not believe the chemistry was right. O'Neill went so far as to tell the network that it was either the current actors or him. A strong statement that underscored his commitment to the quality of the show. In response to O'Neill's stance, the network faced a challenging decision. Faced with the choice between the existing actors and retaining O'Neill, they ultimately chose the latter. This led to a swift casting process to find new actors for the roles of Bud and Kelly. It was during this search that Christina Applegate and David Faustino were brought in, marking a significant turning point for the show. The decision to recast and reshoot the entire episode was undoubtedly an expensive one, given the time and resources invested in the initial casting. However, it proved to be a shrewd and ultimately excellent investment. The chemistry between Ed O'Neill, Christina Applegate, and David Faustino clicked seamlessly, creating the dysfunctional yet hilarious dynamic that would become a hallmark of the Bundy family. Christina Applegate's portrayal of Kelly Bundy and David Faustino's embodiment of Bud Bundy not only complemented O'Neill's performance as Al, but elevated the overall ensemble chemistry. The recasting decision not only salvaged the show, but set the stage for the iconic Bundy family that would go on to capture the hearts of audiences for years to come. Christina was highly sought after and in great demand. Christina Applegate's portrayal of Kelly Bundy in Married with Children served as a launching pad for her career, propelling her into various avenues of the entertainment industry. The success of her character not only solidified her as a talented actress, but opened doors to opportunities in modeling, music videos, and movies, marking a significant turning point in her professional journey. Following her breakout role as Kelly, Applegate quickly became a sought-after figure in the world of modeling. Her distinctive blend of beauty, charisma, and comedic flair made her a popular choice for various campaigns, allowing her to grace the pages of magazines and billboards. The transition from television to modeling showcased the versatility of Applegate's talent and further expanded her visibility in the public eye. In addition to modeling, Applegate ventured into the realm of music videos, adding another dimension to her burgeoning career. Her presence in music videos not only showcased her on-screen appeal, but also solidified her status as a cultural icon. These music video appearances further demonstrated Applegate's ability to transcend traditional acting roles and seamlessly integrate herself into different facets of the entertainment industry. The allure of the big screen also beckoned to Applegate, and she made a successful transition to movies. Her on-screen charisma and comedic timing, honed through her experience as Kelly Bundy, translated well to film, earning her roles in various projects. This expansion into the cinematic world marked the next phase of her career, showcasing her versatility as an actress capable of navigating different mediums. However, the newfound opportunities and commitments outside of Married with Children prompted the show's producers to grant Applegate some time off. While this move was essential for Applegate's evolving career, it was met with discontent from the devoted fans of the show. The audience, accustomed to the dynamic presence of Kelly Bundy, expressed their displeasure, making their sentiments known to the network. From the moment Kelly appeared in her initial scene, the audience adored her. Christina Applegate's role as Kelly Bundy in Married with Children was a defining moment in her career, catapulting her to stardom and leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of viewers. Her portrayal of the iconic character not only showcased her acting prowess, but also made her a beloved figure among the audience. The character of Kelly Bundy was more than just a visually appealing presence in skimpy outfits. It was a masterful blend of humor, self-parody, and a genuine connection with the audience. Applegate's comedic timing and delivery were impeccable, creating a character that transcended the traditional archetype of the attractive but vapid blonde. Her sense of humor resonated with viewers of all backgrounds, making Kelly Bundy a relatable and memorable character. The skimpy outfits worn by Kelly Bundy became a signature element of the character's persona. While they undoubtedly caught the attention of male viewers, they were more than mere eye candy. The wardrobe choices were a deliberate comedic device, a visual representation of Kelly's unapologetic and daring personality. Applegate's willingness to embrace these outfits, coupled with her confidence in portraying the character's bold fashion choices, added authenticity to Kelly Bundy's on-screen presence. What truly set Applegate apart was her skillful use of self-parody. Kelly Bundy was a character who, on the surface, embodied certain stereotypes, but Applegate approached the role with a self-awareness that elevated the humor. By embracing and satirizing the dumb blonde trope, she turned Kelly into a three-dimensional character with depth and nuance. This self-parody not only showcased Applegate's comedic range, but also made Kelly Bundy a standout character in the landscape of sitcoms. Katie Siegel delivered a compelling audition with great finesse. Katie Siegel's audition for the role of Peggy Bundy in Married with Children was a pivotal moment in her career, marked by a determination to secure the job and a keen understanding of the character she was auditioning for. At the time, Siegel faced financial challenges and saw this opportunity not just as a paycheck, but as a lifeline to rescue her career. In a testament to her dedication, Siegel approached the audition with a deep commitment to embodying Peggy Bundy from the outset. Dressed in a manner she believed Peggy would, with a short dress and towering hairstyle, she didn't merely perform a scene, she became Peggy Bundy for the duration of the audition. From the moment she entered the room, she never broke character, showcasing an immersive and convincing portrayal that immediately caught the attention of the casting directors. Siegel's instinctive understanding of Peggy's character and her ability to fully inhabit the role set her apart during the audition process. The short dress and exaggerated hairstyle weren't just wardrobe choices. They were visual cues that demonstrated her grasp of the character's over-the-top, unapologetic style. Her commitment to staying in character throughout the audition created an authenticity that resonated with the casting directors, making it clear that she wasn't just acting. She was Peggy Bundy. The casting directors, recognizing Siegel's exceptional audition and her innate connection with the character, knew right away that they had found their Peggy. This casting choice would prove to be a pivotal moment not only for Siegel's career, but also for the success of Married with Children. Siegel's portrayal of Peggy Bundy, with her distinct fashion sense, bold personality, and comedic timing, became an integral part of the show's appeal and contributed significantly to its enduring popularity. Katie Siegel's on-screen portrayal mirrored the tragic experience of her real-life miscarriage. Katie Siegel's pregnancy during the production of Married with Children led to a poignant and compassionate decision by the show's creators. When Siegel discovered that she was expecting, the writers opted to incorporate her real-life pregnancy into the storyline. This decision was a testament to the show's commitment to authenticity and the willingness of the creative team to adapt to the personal lives of their cast members. However, a few months after the pregnancy storyline was introduced, tragedy struck when Katey Sagal experienced a miscarriage. The devastating loss deeply affected Sagal, and it presented a delicate situation for the show's writers. Recognizing the emotional toll it would take on Sagal to continue with a pregnancy plotline on screen, the writers decided to approach the situation with sensitivity and empathy. To navigate this challenging time, the writers creatively altered the direction of the storyline. Instead of proceeding with a traditional pregnancy arc for Sagal's character, Peggy Bundy, they decided to turn the pregnancy into Al Bundy's nightmare. This narrative choice allowed the show to acknowledge the real-life circumstances without putting additional emotional strain on Sagal. By transforming the pregnancy plot into a nightmare for Al Bundy, the writers found a way to address the situation with both humor and compassion. This decision not only showcased their ability to adapt creatively to unforeseen circumstances, but also demonstrated a level of respect for the personal challenges faced by the cast. Several years later, Katey Sagal experienced a different and happier chapter in her personal life. She gave birth to 2 healthy children, marking a joyful and positive turn of events. This contrast between the real-life challenges and eventual happiness mirrored the complexity of life's journey and underscored the resilience and strength of the cast and crew. There was a time when Kramer was on the verge of taking on the role of Al Bundy. The casting process for the role of Al Bundy in Married with Children was a crucial and somewhat unexpected journey, ultimately leading to the perfect fit with Ed O'Neill. While it's now almost impossible to imagine anyone other than O'Neill as Al, the initial considerations were quite different, and the first choice for the role was none other than Michael Richards, famous for his iconic portrayal of Kramer in Seinfeld. At first glance, the choice of Richards seemed logical, given his comedic prowess and the success he had achieved as Kramer. However, the producers soon realized that the energy and eccentricity Richards brought to his characters, particularly evident in his portrayal of Kramer, didn't align with the vision they had for Al Bundy. They needed someone who exuded a different kind of energy, a grumpier, more tired demeanor that would complement the show's unique tone. This realization marked a pivotal moment in the casting process, prompting the producers to reassess their options. It was during this reevaluation that Ed O'Neill emerged as the ideal candidate for the role. O'Neill's ability to convey a world weariness and frustration, coupled with a dry sense of humor, perfectly matched the essence of Al Bundy. The decision to cast O'Neill not only aligned with the character envisioned by the creators, but also set the stage for one of the most iconic and enduring performances in sitcom history. Ed O'Neill's portrayal of Al Bundy went on to define the character, creating a perfect balance of humor, cynicism, and relatability. His deadpan delivery and the way he captured the essence of a disgruntled shoe salesman became integral to the show's success. O'Neill's chemistry with the rest of the cast, particularly Katey Sagal as Peggy, further solidified the Bundy family dynamics and contributed significantly to the show's appeal. The legacy lives on. When Married with Children premiered on Fox in 1987, it defied expectations and went on to become a cultural phenomenon, leaving an indelible mark on the television landscape. Fox, a relatively new network at the time, likely didn't anticipate the immense impact the show would have. However, the Bundy family's unconventional and irreverent antics struck a chord with audiences, making it Fox's longest-running live-action comedy to date. The show's unexpected success can be attributed to its distinctive blend of satire, dark humor, and a willingness to challenge the conventions of traditional family sitcoms. Led by the iconic performances of the cast, particularly Ed O'Neill as Al Bundy and Katey Sagal as Peggy Bundy, Married with Children resonated with viewers who appreciated its unapologetic and often controversial approach to comedy. The series ran for an impressive 10 years, producing a total of 259 episodes. This longevity is a testament to the enduring popularity of the show and its ability to consistently engage audiences over the course of a decade. The Bundy family's dysfunctional yet relatable dynamics, coupled with the show's boundary-pushing humor, contributed to its sustained success. Even after its original run concluded, Married with Children continues to find new audiences through syndication. The show's universal themes, memorable characters, and timeless humor have allowed it to transcend its initial broadcast era, reaching viewers all over the world. The decision to syndicate the show has proven to be a strategic one, introducing Married with Children to subsequent generations who can still enjoy the antics of the Bundy family. Kelly's wardrobe faced disapproval from Christian groups. Married with Children was not without its fair share of controversy, particularly centered around the character of Kelly Bundy, portrayed by Christina Applegate. The network received numerous complaints about Kelly's wardrobe choices and her behavior, with some viewers expressing discomfort and dissatisfaction with the perceived provocative nature of the character. However, the decision-makers at the network chose not to heed the criticisms, recognizing the importance of maintaining the character's irreverent and boundary-pushing qualities. The essence of Kelly Bundy's comedic appeal lay in her rebellious, ditzy, and sometimes provocative persona. Her wardrobe, often described as skimpy and attention-grabbing, was a deliberate choice by the show's creators to accentuate the character's bold and unapologetic nature. The complaints from viewers about Kelly's outfits and behavior were a testament to the character's impact, as she challenged conventional norms and stirred conversations. In many ways, Kelly's character was a departure from the stereotypical portrayal of a good, smart girl often seen in traditional sitcoms. The decision not to conform to this archetype was a deliberate one, as the show's creators understood that Kelly's comedic value relied on her deviation from the norm. Her humorous mishaps, quirky personality, and rebellious attitude were crucial elements that contributed to the overall success of the show. By choosing not to bow to the pressure of viewer complaints, the network demonstrated a commitment to the creative vision of Married with Children. Retaining the authenticity of Kelly Bundy's character was deemed essential for the show's comedic integrity, and this decision ultimately proved to be the right one. Kelly's antics, her unconventional wardrobe, and her rebellious spirit played a pivotal role in making the show a huge success. Banned relationship. The 1989 controversy surrounding the Married with Children episode titled "I'll See You in Court" sheds light on the intersection of television, public opinion, and political influence during that era. This particular episode, part of the show's third season, was deemed too racy by the Fox network, leading to its suppression for over a decade. The decision to withhold "I'll See You in Court" came at a time when the show was facing considerable backlash from certain conservative circles. Terry Rakolta, the sister of Mitt Romney, then a prominent political figure, was at the forefront of the opposition. As a Michigan housewife, Rakolta took offense at the content of Married with Children, deeming it inappropriate and offensive. She embarked on a mission to challenge the show's advertisers, urging them to withdraw their support and financing a letter-writing campaign to voice her objections. Amidst Rakolta's efforts to rally against the show, Fox found itself in a challenging position. The network, still relatively new, had to weigh the potential consequences of the controversy against the desire to maintain viewership. In response to the pressure and to mitigate the risk of further backlash, Fox made the decision to refuse the airing of the "I'll See You in Court" episode. The suppressed episode remained in obscurity for over a decade, with fans and enthusiasts left curious about its content. It wasn't until 2002 when FX, a sister network of Fox, decided to release the episode. By this time, the cultural landscape and tolerance for risque content had evolved, allowing the once controversial episode to see the light of day. The "I'll see you in court" incident underscored the challenges faced by television networks in balancing creative expression with societal expectations and political influences. The clash between the show's irreverent humor and conservative values highlighted the broader cultural debates of the time. While the controversy surrounding the episode brought temporary setbacks, Married with Children ultimately persevered, continuing its successful run and solidifying its place in television history. Kelly's wig, Christina Applegate's dual commitment to Married with Children, and an outside movie project added an interesting twist to the show's production and the portrayal of her character, Kelly Bundy. During the filming of the series, Applegate was simultaneously working on a movie that necessitated a change in her hair color to brown. This posed a unique challenge for the producers of Married with Children, as they had to find a way to accommodate the actress's altered appearance within the context of the show. To maintain continuity with the established look of Kelly Bundy, the producers made the decision to have Christina Applegate wear a wig while her hair was dyed brown for the movie role. However, the introduction of the wig for Kelly did not receive unanimous approval from the audience. Some viewers expressed reservations or disappointment as they were accustomed to Applegate's natural blonde hair, which had become an integral part of Kelly's on-screen persona. Despite initial audience reactions, the show's writers and producers embraced the situation with a clever narrative approach. Recognizing the potential for humor in the unexpected change, they integrated the use of a wig into the show's storyline. The decision to put Kelly in a wig became a running joke, playing off the ongoing comedic theme in the series about Kelly's real hair color. This creative choice not only addressed the practical challenge of Applegate's temporary hair color change, but also enhanced the show's trademark irreverent humor. The use of the wig as a running gag allowed the writers to turn a logistical necessity into a comedic asset, leveraging the audience's familiarity with Kelly's hair color as a source of humor. The ability of the Married with Children team to adapt to unforeseen circumstances and incorporate them seamlessly into the show's narrative demonstrated the show's creative flexibility. The decision to embrace the wig as part of the storyline not only mitigated potential audience disapproval, but also showcased the show's knack for turning real-life situations into comedic gold. The Bundy's address. The fictional world of Married with Children was not only filled with quirky characters and irreverent humor, but also featured a subtle yet noteworthy detail: the ever-changing address of the Bundy family home. This playful inconsistency in Bundy's address added an element of whimsy to the show, reflecting the creator's penchant for embracing unconventional and humorous narrative choices. The first address associated with the Bundy family home was 9764 Jeopardy Lane. This numerical designation, like many elements of the show, was intentionally chosen to be distinctive and memorable. However, in a whimsical twist, the address underwent a change, becoming 9674 Jeopardy Lane. This shift in the street number was not accompanied by any in-universe explanation. It simply occurred as a subtle and humorous alteration within the show's narrative. The decision to change the Bundy family's address was likely driven by the show's irreverent and satirical approach to traditional sitcom conventions. Rather than adhering to a rigid and consistent portrayal of the fictional world, Married with Children reveled in subverting expectations and playfully tweaking familiar elements. It's worth noting that the choice of the street, Jeopardy Lane, added an additional layer of humor. The name itself, with its connotations of risk or danger, reflected the often chaotic and unpredictable nature of the Bundy family's everyday life. The fictional address, set in Chicago, was a nod to the show's urban setting. Despite being a made-up address, it contributed to the overall illusion of a working-class suburban family navigating the ups and downs of life in a bustling city. Al's name. Married with Children. not only pushed the boundaries of traditional sitcoms with its humor, but also playfully teased its own characters, particularly Al Bundy, portrayed by Ed O'Neill. As the show progressed through its 11 seasons, the producers and writers decided to have some fun with Al's name, introducing playful variations that became recurring gags. Al Bundy's name underwent humorous transformations, with the show playfully referring to him as Al Bundy, Alberti, and Al Bumby. This running joke became a clever and light-hearted way for the writers to inject additional humor into the series. The variations on Al's name added a touch of absurdity to the character, emphasizing the show's irreverent approach to comedy and its willingness to mock its own central figure. In addition to the on-screen name variations, the camaraderie among the cast members extended to off-screen nicknames. Christina Applegate, who played Kelly Bundy, had a penchant for giving her co-stars playful monikers. However, one nickname in particular was deemed off-limits even after all these years. Christina Applegate has kept her nickname for David Faustino, who played Bud Bundy, a closely guarded secret, and to this day, she refuses to disclose it. The secrecy surrounding Applegate's nickname for Faustino adds an intriguing layer to the behind-the-scenes dynamics of the show. The playful banter and camaraderie among the cast were not limited to the scripted material but extended to the off-screen relationships, creating a familial atmosphere among the actors. This tradition of playful teasing and nicknaming is not uncommon in the entertainment industry, where the close-knit nature of cast and crew often leads to inside jokes and personal nicknames. The decision to keep one such nickname under wraps adds an element of mystery and humor to the enduring bond shared by the Married with Children cast. Peggy loves Oprah. The character dynamics in Married with Children were often characterized by humorous exaggerations and distinct quirks, and the stark contrast in the television preferences of Peggy and Al Bundy was no exception. Peggy Bundy, brilliantly portrayed by Katie Sagal, became an iconic figure lounging on the Bundy family couch, indulging in two primary activities, watching television and consuming bonbons. This portrayal of Peggy as a devoted couch potato became a recurring motif in the show, reinforcing the comedic stereotype of a suburban housewife who seemingly spends her days in leisure. The exaggerated depiction of Peggy's television habits, particularly her love for daytime TV, added a layer of humor to her character. Peggy's favorite show, The Oprah Winfrey Show, was a clever choice by the show's writers. At the time, Oprah Winfrey's talk show had achieved immense popularity and cultural influence. Peggy's unwavering dedication to tuning in to Oprah's show, never missing an episode, satirized the notion of the dedicated television viewer and contributed to the show's social commentary on the mundane aspects of suburban life. On the other hand, Al Bundy, played by Ed O'Neill, had a notably different taste in television. His favorite show, Psycho Dad, provided a stark contrast to Peggy's daytime talk show indulgence. Psycho Dad was a fictional and intentionally over-the-top program within the Married with Children universe, featuring an exaggeratedly aggressive and confrontational father figure. Al's preference for this show reflected the show's penchant for parodying and satirizing traditional family dynamics, offering a humorous twist on the conventional father figure often portrayed in sitcoms. What do you think about the extremely impressive scenes of Married with Children? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.